True crime community. True crime community has been infiltrated.
True crime king. Back.
I don't want to waste any time letting my hair dry for me to record this video. Nancy Grace, a couple days ago, did a video about the Idaho 4 case. And just instantly, the second that it started playing, I was like, oh no, we have to stop, and we're gonna have to actually react to this one. Now, I'm not gonna show you guys every little clip because we know that her videos are quite long. I'm only gonna show you the pieces that I feel are needing to be discussed. Because
what's up, guys? True Crime King back, and I guess this has been a long time coming. I've just gotten too many of you guys, my loyal supporters, wanting me to react to Mrs. Juelz. She's another one of the Kohbergers, who somehow thinks Kohberger did not commit this crime, right? And it's just time. So the title of this video is Nancy Grace makes a mockery of the Idaho 4 case, fabricating information and making 0 sense. I'm pretty sure Nancy Grace doesn't just fabricate information, right? I'm pretty sure she has a pretty good team that fact checks everything, and they don't just come out and fabricate information. Maybe I'm wrong, though. We're about to watch. I haven't seen it. Here we go, right?
You know how we do things here. So, right off the bat, you guys, this is how she opens it.
Breaking news tonight.
Breaking news, Nancy. Slow news day.
Did Idaho slave suspect Brian Kohberger actually wear plastic surgical gloves in the grocery store for weeks after the quadruple murders?
Plastic gloves. Plastic surgical gloves? Aren't they made of latex?
You know, Chris McDonough.
Okay, time out. Who the fuck cares if she said plastic or latex? We get the point. Brian Kohberger, he was wearing freaking gloves, plastic, latex, whatever the fuck they were, after the murders. His own family, his sister, even said Kohberger was wearing gloves inside the house during the holidays. Not just taking the trash out, inside the house. Okay? His own, Kohberger's own family has came out and said they, or at least his sister, thinks Brian Kohberger committed the murders. His own sister, right? I mean, okay, let's keep going. So far, nothing, right?
The issue here, as far as Ashton Couch goes, I found it very curious what she said. When she said, you never know how long somebody has been watching.
What exactly is so spectacular or relevant about that, Nancy? I don't understand why this is so important to the way that she's making this sound to the public, because it's not important. This is normal, to sit there and be like, oh my gosh, that could have been me because. To put yourself in a situation that you are separated from to a certain degree, so to sit there and be like, you just never know how long somebody was watching the house, this could have been me, that's not strange for someone to feel that way at all.
That's not strange for someone to think that somebody was watching them or stalking them? Are you kidding me, Juelz? If I thought somebody was freaking stalking my house and watching me, I think that'd be a little strange. That's not normal, Juelz. Hello? What are you talking about? How is Nancy Grace making a mockery? I still haven't seen one example. Let's keep going.
Those are normal things to think. Because you...
Normal things? Hold on, guys. That's normal to think that somebody's watching your house and stalking you? Is that normal? I don't think it is. Because it's not.
Put yourself back into those situations where you were around those areas, and you think about the paths and the choices that you took that took you out of that, and how it could have been you if you would have just made a different decision.
And for real, I mean, take the damn towel off your head. You could have dried your freaking head before you did this, right? I mean, give me a break, Juelz. There's no excuse for that. You're more professional than that. Come on.
It's very, very normal, Nancy. I'm sure you've thought about that several times when it comes to your fiance, have you not? You talk about it enough.
And why are you making personal attacks against Nancy Grace? Like, what's the point of that, right? What did she do to you, Juelz? Like, I've defended you when Mr. Mumbles, came out and talked crap about your daughter. You couldn't even say thanks, right? And now you're attacking people personally. Let's keep going.
Why are you exaggerating this?
That statement in of itself is fascinating. I mean, the fact that she has a premonition as well, post the homicides here.
It's fascinating that she had a premonition post the murders. What? Chris McDonough, I can tell that you are having difficulty keeping up with Nancy's fantasy life. Why didn't you take, the chance to sit here and, ask her what exactly she's talking about? Or at least tell her that having thoughts of that could have been me are normal. Why did you placate to this crap?
Wow, Juelz really doesn't like Nancy Grace. For some reason, right?
It's a fast...
I like Nancy Grace. I think she does a great job. I think she tells it like it is. And I don't think... maybe I'm wrong, but somebody give me an example of where she has fabricated anything. I'm waiting for Juelz to come up with something here, because that's the title of the freaking video.
Fascinating that she had a premonition post the murders. It's fascinating that something that happens before actually happened post something that actually happened. This is such a stupid conversation. I don't understand how or why she goes from that ridiculous, make no sense whatsoever conversation about Ashland Couch to how Alex Murdaugh's phone was pinging right along with his wife's before it got thrown somewhere, and all of a sudden we were about to hear evidence about how...
Don't tell me. Does she think that Alex Murdaugh is innocent as well? Somebody let me know. I haven't watched enough of... this is the only video I've watched of her. But if she thinks Alex Murdaugh is innocent too, let me know, because I'm going to react to that too.
Brian Kohberger's phone was actually in the areas of the King Road home weeks leading up to the crime. That's what it's being reported that we're about to hear. No, Miss Ma'am, it's not. It's actually being reported the very opposite.
Hold on. Who's reporting that Brian Kohberger's phone was nowhere near King Road at the time of the murders? Who? His car's on video driving past King Road 4 times at the time of the murders. Hello? Brian Kohberger's DNA, and only his DNA, is on the button of the knife sheath that was under the dead body of Madison Mogen. Oh, it just flew in the window, and then, the button snap was just open. It landed on the button, and then somebody closed the button without getting DNA. Give me a fucking break, right? Brian Kohberger is so guilty, it's not even funny. I mean, just with the evidence that we know without the gag order, right? I mean, if you have a brain, you can put the pieces together.
It's literally being reported only by the defense team that they have somebody that can...
I mean, if Brian Kohberger didn't do it, somebody tell me who did then, right? Who? Or at least give evidence that proves Brian Kohberger didn't do it, right? Something. You know what I mean? I mean, all these pro-burgers say is, he's innocent, but can give no proof, right? He said he was stargazing, right? Kohberger first said he was stargazing, right? It was cloudy that night, that day of the murders. You couldn't even see the stars. He said he was at the Waikiki Park, right? The park's closed once it's dark. He couldn't have been at the park, right? What the hell? I could keep going on and on.
Can prove that that's not the case at all. Why aren't you saying that? Why are you lying? Why the frick are you lying?
What do you make of...
Okay, that wasn't Nancy Grace talking. That was someone else. So, again, the title is Nancy Grace Makes a Mockery of the Idaho 4 case.
About that potential evidence that where they went on several occasions, his cell phone would ping as well.
Sure.
What?
Here we go. Here we go.
What? Did Nancy literally just make up a fabricated fact? She literally just made that up. Either that or somebody who writes her script has that on the teleprompter for her stupid self to read. What? Instead of it being, oh, his phone pinged over in the King Road area, which means just a tower that operates that 10 to whatever 20-ish whatever mile zone that tower actually like works off of.
Okay, Juelz, if you're going to say that she's wrong and you don't even know how, the radius that the tower covers, then how can you speak on it, right? Come on, give me a break, Juelz.
Okay, it goes from 12 times of him being in that wide radius range of the King Roadhouse to now Nancy is claiming following them in different areas. But his phone is pinging along the routes in different places that they are going as well.
Yeah, because that's what it was doing, Juelz. He started in a different state, right? Which, okay, it's not far away. It's still in a different state, right? He crossed the state line, came into Idaho, and drove a perfect circle right back to his house. Obviously, when he's driving, different cell towers are picking it up. What do you mean, Juelz? I mean, God, wow. You guys were right.
What? What?
What?
What?
Huh?
This is wild. What is happening?
Nothing's
If
wild.
his cell phone is moving along where they go, if they go to this food truck, there's his cell phone.
Yeah.
If they go to that restaurant, oop, there he is again. I mean, isn't it true, Dave Mack, that at one bar he was actually...
Okay, I already know where she's going with that. What the shit, Nancy? Don't you...
Well, why don't you let her finish? Because you don't know where she's going. Let her finish first and then start, Juelz. Because maybe she'll say something different. But okay, go ahead.
think that if they tracked his phone at being at the food truck and different restaurants and they'd have had that in the probable cause affidavit, like specifically because at that point they would have had the information.
No, Juelz, because they don't need to put all of the evidence in the probable cause affidavit. All they need to do and put in the probable cause affidavit is enough to have probable cause to arrest Brian Kohberger. They do not need to put every little piece of evidence they have against Brian Kohberger, so it's all public in the probable cause affidavit. Again, there's a gag order. They're only going to put enough in the probable cause affidavit to have probable cause to arrest him, Juelz. Jesus.
Have it so specific enough that they're telling us that he left his apartment at 9 o'clock in the morning, went to the King Roadhouse, hung around for 10 to 12 minutes, and then was back at his apartment area by 9:32 a.m. Okay, those are the specifics from the probable cause affidavit.
He's on video. His car is on video. Kohberger admitted he was in his car. Nobody stole his car. So how's his car on video? Oh, you guys are going to say, it's not his car. Give me, this is how ridiculous. Even if Kohberger is convicted by a jury, right? Or even if he pleads guilty, right? Because that might still happen, right? We're still going to get these YouTubers that are going to say he's innocent, right? Because obviously they get more views if they say, Kohberger's innocent, right? Because people are going to click on it to see if they actually have any information that says he's innocent, which nobody does. It's just all these clickbaiters that I have to call out because nobody else does.
Don't you think Miss Grace, okay, that if he was at some food truck or some restaurant, or they had more proof of him like following them around, they would have put more specifics in there than just, oh, 12 times he was in the area. Things that can be easily just like, no one cares.
No. What did I just tell you, Juelz? Why would they put everything so the public knows everything? There's a gag order. Again, they're only going to put enough in the probable cause affidavit to have probable cause to arrest him. Hello?
There's no way. They've already said that he wasn't stalking them. For him to have been at all of these...
Okay, she says they already said he wasn't stalking. Who's they, Juelz? Who's they, right? Come on, be specific, right? We can't fact check you if you just say they. Who's they, right?
These places at the exact same time that any of the victims would have had to have been at those same places, that would be considered stalking, yes? So why, now that the prosecution is now coming out and telling the entire world that the rumors of him stalking one of the victims is false, why is she now coming out here with...
Stalking one of the victims is false. Not all of the victims, Juelz, right? I mean, my head is hurting. My head is hurting. I'm only 6 minutes into this video. I can't do it anymore. I'll do another one, if it gets enough likes, but, for right now, this is just ridiculous. I haven't seen one thing that she's played so far that Nancy made a mockery of anything, right? It's just another pro-burger being a pro-burger, right? That's all it is. And again, just like I said, even when Brian Kohberger gets convicted and found guilty, the pro-burgers are still going to be pro-burgers. The pro-burgers are going to pro-burger, right? I don't know. I just like to follow the facts of the case. And, the facts of the case point to Brian Kohberger committing the crime, right? Nobody else. There's not one shred of evidence that points to anybody else. Anybody, right? If there is, somebody let me know. I would be happy to debate anybody about this. Anyone. Let me know. I'll see you guys later tonight when I go live. We'll talk about this more. Until next time, True Crime King out.